Imagine a treasure chest full of scientific studies that could skyrocket your credibility and your rankings. But there's one massive problem. It's locked behind a wall of jargon that you can't understand, and neither can your visitors. You know that adding research and data will make your page irresistible, but who has the time or the PhD to decode these pages? What's even worse is if you don't add any proof, your claims appear flimsy, your visitors won't trust you, and your rankings, well, they're just going to keep staying stuck in the mud. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Scholar to find this research and AI to decode these dense studies into trust boosting gold for your pages. All this in a few minutes. So first of all, let's just take an example here. Let's just say you're trying to rank this page here, jojoba oil, and you need some evidence regarding jojoba oil as well as its benefits. So all you're going to do is go to Google Scholar. You can just go to Google, type in Google Scholar, click on it, and boom, you're on the page. So all I did was type in jojoba oil. Spelt it wrong, but who cares? So let's see the first result. Jojoba oil, a state-of-the-art review and future prospects. Jojoba oil, an updated comprehensive review on chemistry, pharmaceutical uses, and toxicity. That's exactly what we're looking for. And I clicked on the study and I simply copied the contents and I used this prompt here. So summarize this paper titled, and then just put in the title of the paper. Focus on specific data points and key takeaways. Provide quotes to make it easy for me to reference in my content. Whenever you mention a specific point, please quote me. Where in the article it talks about a point, you mention quoting is very important. So I really made sure to let AI know that they need to quote is extremely important, because what happens is even if you tell it to do something, it doesn't always do it, and it's a lot of the time it goes out on a tangent. So I'm trying to be as strict as possible here when giving it instructions. So boom, put in the prompt and then paste it in the content of the paper, and this is what AI spat out. And here's one of the most important things I found. So jojoba oil in a single phase and emulsion systems show an excellent lubricity without the oily, greasy feel of other lipids, especially lanolin and petrolatum. And it gives me the section, so section 621, and that's exactly what I did. I simply pressed Command or Control F when you're on PC, and I simply typed in the reference 621, and here it is. So this is really important that you pay attention to what I'm about to read here. So skin surface softening effects are represented by an increase in the extensibility or suppleness of the surface. These changes contribute to the overall softness of the skin and make it possible to accommodate stretching and movement without cracks and tears. So it's telling you can stretch, because as time goes on you get stretch marks, so perceived of scaliness developing on the surface. So it's a way to prevent stretch marks. And guess what, now you've got the evidence to actually back it up. So when you say this prevents stretch marks, well, you can quote this source. So how do you actually place the research into your page? Well, there are three main things to do, and the key here is to mention the benefit. Mention the benefit and then you can cite the source. So the first way is simply to put research has demonstrated jojoba oil is a proven way to prevent cracks and stretch marks, and then I just put one in brackets and quoted the study. So people can search it up, and search engines do see it as a sort of ranking factor, because studies have been done to show that when you cite your sources, it will help with rankings. The second way is, according to scientific research done by independent researcher La Route de la Hall, jojoba oil is an excellent way to prevent stretch marks, and then I put the number one there just to keep it nice and short. You can just put research as the anchor text. So the last one, according to independent research, jojoba oil has skin surface softening effects, and I put in the quote right here. So it's just a big quote, and then I referenced it, so that's an even bigger one, and it helps if you're trying to increase the word count. But for me, most of the time I go for the second one because it's short and sweet and to the point, and it does the job. I don't like the first one because it's just a bit too bare. The third one I'll only use if I need to increase the word count, really need to drive the point home. I think this is more for blog posts that I would recommend it for. And when it comes to the prompt, if you don't get a reference for some reason, just use this prompt. So you've mentioned X point, quote me in the article where it talks about this. And if you're someone who's really serious about increasing your bottom line through SEO, I'd highly recommend checking out the link in the description below. And if you're looking to land some really high quality backlinks, I'd highly recommend checking out this video. It's probably the best video in a very long time you've seen on backlinking.